we're now on to Undead Unluck, and the chapter was good. The flashback arc is quote-unquote done, and we get to see that, or we get to learn more about Viktor, as Fuuko wants to talk to him to learn about the past. Viktor ends up immediately escaping the containment that held Andy last time. Fuuko asks her question after he pops out of the containment, and the question was, like, what was his relationship with Juiz? Apocalypse showed Fuuko what Apocalypse wanted her to see to cause, I guess, dissension, perhaps, or something. And Fuuko, I think, presses, from what I remember, and then asks why Viktor tried to kill Juiz. Viktor then says that Fuuko and Juiz are very similar, not in terms of look, but in terms of the fact they won't give up on those they deem worth saving, sort of in that vein where they're both kind of stubborn in that way, as Juiz has actually looped with the arc several times. It's not just once, it's many. And so she's been kind of suffering with failure a considerable amount of times. And that's when Fuuko asks why Viktor is going to try to kill Juiz. Viktor answers with, what kind of man would let the love of his life suffer like that, as she just keeps looping and looping and looping through time and life. So that happens. It seems as though Andy understands that in the background, and so does Fuuko. Viktor then says that he's changed his mind, however, seeing how Fuuko's unluck ability has evolved, as he knew that no unluck damage could hurt him. Not really. He was surprised when the unluck went and got the containment field, the containment device to stop Viktor, and he realized that with enough research and enough time they could find God's weakness, and with her unluck ability she will finally be able to exploit it and cause it a stroke of unluck that could actually take down God, because he had been with Juiz finding the cycle over and over and finding that no matter what they did they failed, and so he was done, but Juiz kept going, and that's why they changed. But with Fuuko now it's different. So Viktor is putting his faith in Fuuko and Andy, and in the fact that they could actually change things and win. That's their plan. Fuuko then asks how she gets out of the book, and if she should go back to 1865. Viktor says it's irrelevant now, as they got what they needed, and Viktor tells Fuuko that the way to get out is for her to kiss Andy, like actually kiss him, and then she'll leave. It actually worked. They kissed, she's leaving. The Andy in the book reassures Fuuko that that version of him and the version she knows more will merge, and it'll be all the same type of thing. That's what's happening. That's how the chapter ends, and with her leaving and going back. So it'd be very interesting to see how that all goes. I'm curious if the author character, I can't remember his name, was able to survive the attack from the Under and whatever the hell they're stuck with when they get out of the book. It'll be interesting for certain, and we'll end up seeing how it all goes from there as the chapters go on. Again, I don't see it going too much longer. Maybe. I could be very much wrong, but it feels like we're going into the home stretch in the end, unless he decides to pull a Juiz changes her mind, or she ends up dying, but they can't kill God this time, and sends Fuuko back to become the new leader of the Round Table and try again. That would be a very interesting way that the manga would take it, that they failed the first time, and then now it's up to Fuuko to keep trying. We have several arcs of that. The attempt number 1 was this whole arc of the 40 some odd chapters, and then attempt number 2 is another 40 some odd chapters and different results and so on. It would be interesting. I would actually think that would be a fun idea if they did that. But this particular chapter, I'd give a B. It was fairly good, informative, and it was the end of the arc. So I look forward to seeing whatever happens next. That was the end of the chapter. So if you enjoyed my ramblings, please leave a like. And as always, thank you for watching.